Hi, so this video is going to be about how to deal with extremely difficult coworkers. And often we view and label and categorize our coworkers as assholes. So the first thing I'm going to suggest to you is just shift the lens of your perception towards your coworker and replace the label of asshole with teacher. See? So this coworker that seems to be making your life miserable is actually your teacher. And I'll explain to you what exactly that means. When your coworker is confronting you or carrying out his or her antics that seems to be making your life miserable, they're actually presenting you an opportunity to move more deeply into yourself and recognize that what appears to be happening out there is actually happening in here, where there's actually control. You see, out there isn't any control. In here there is control. So when the person is up to their antics, that is making the workplace environment toxic, and believe me, I've been there. Just recognize that you actually are aware, right? That you feel as if you are a recipient of this coworker's actions. So just the very fact that you are aware that you appear to feel to be the recipient should show you that that is not actually your identity. In other words, your identity is not the victim of this coworker who you formerly referred to as an asshole and now you're referring to as a teacher. And if you notice that when you decide at some point in your time spent with this coworker, when you decide that this person is an asshole, notice that it's because of you're tired of the treatment that you're getting. And notice that if you choose that, option A, that you're tired of the dysfunctional treatment that you're getting, that it is very superficial because you're going about your day trying to either avoid, circumvent, or correct this coworker's behavior, right? And it's very superficial because it can change from day to day, right? Because one day it may be a little bit more covert, and one day it might be a little bit more obvious, a little bit more overt. You know what their actions are towards you, and it's very superficial to chase that around. What I recommend is for you to just notice, right, by employing what I've discussed in other videos, recognizing that there's a feeling in your body that's happening whenever there's an appearance that has a strong effect that makes you feel something in your body. Notice that there's a feeling in your body. First off, you feel the feeling, and you notice there's a thought, and there's an image and a story that surrounds the feeling, surrounds the feeling that this employee is an asshole, right? So right there, in your direct awareness, you can notice that there's a feeling in the body that's happening, and then there's actually a thought, and the thought that's actually independent from what is actually taking place in front of your sensory perception, right? So the thought is, oh, this guy's an asshole, here he is at it again, blah, blah, blah. You see, there's a story there. So what I want you to do is actually come back into your body with your breath, right? Relax, get into your body with your breath. Notice that there's an attempt to identify with a thought and a story surrounding this person, and then simply notice with pure raw data, pure sensory perception, what's happening in front of you right now. So what you'll notice is what's actually happening with my face as I'm speaking to you. If you look at me, right, and just relax the focus on what my name is, the story that you may know of me, and just notice the abstract shapes that are happening as a result of the firelight. So just take a second and do that. See all the funny shapes that the shadows and lights are making, and the different colors and whatnot, and the movements and the patterns. So that's what's actually happening. Anything that you, from the vantage point of the conceptual self, decide to identify with, in other words, my name is Mike, I'm trying to teach you something, kind of weird, whether or not you get it or not, that's, not up to me, but you see what I'm saying? What's really happening is this, sensory perception, right? Light, shape, pattern, movement, sound, right? And then sensation. That's it. That's all there is. So you can use this, what I've just shown you, in the midst of a volatile coworker giving you a horrible time, and just relax the story, get in touch with what the sensation is in the body, and just absorb raw sensory data, abstract shapes, lights, patterns, movements, sound, all different kinds of sounds. That's all that's happening, and you will find it very amusing. And as a side note, I'm an artist, so I actually, when I'm looking at things I'm going to paint, I I look at them from this place of um, non-conceptual awareness. So I'm literally just seeing shapes, patterns, light, right? And I try and eliminate the movement for paintings, but you get the idea. It's just raw sensory data. So I really encourage you to try this. Watch this video again if you need to. Take a few notes if you need to. And just sort of rehearse this with yourself, right? And when you have an experience with your coworker that just ruins your day, please try this. I guarantee you that you will recognize freedom in your direct experience, all right? And you'll be coming out on top.